Booyaka. Yes, welcome to the Gatekeepers Musically Speaking Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5, premiering air Tuesday at 9 p.m. Verbal Vayne in the vicinity, Marry in a moment, Shaman in a dissector. If you're new to this channel, do a drive-by, shoot out on that subscribe button, you can't miss it, and click in the bell for notifications. Check out our previous podcast to comment and join the conversation. GKM is pre-brought to you by MTA. Wanaitwa mtaa.
Motion Talent Africa.
Yeah. For now, I think they operate as music managers.
Yes. They are offering some services, industry-based services. Kwa wale wasanii, kama uko na talent, na unajaribu kujipuka, ama ni kuchipuka. Which one is it?
Kuchipuka, I think. Chipuka ni ya genge.
Visitor labda nasikiza. Someone tag visitor.
Yes. Check out the soundbite from Shaman coming through. What did we do this week, yeah?
Hold on, sorry. On the Motion Talent Africa.
Yes.
You said they do talent management.
Yes.
So is it like talent? Is it music talent or talent in other places? Like, are they restricted to music or?
Mari acha kuuliza maswali.
By the way, we have a rapper over here. Watch aji introduce one time.
What up? I go by the name of LAJ. If you know, you know what it is. Ukitaka kunipata unatapata pale Route 15 Langata. What it do?
LAJ.
Yeah.
Uli change name?
Bro, jina imekuwa LAJ forever. Watu wanaita tu J.
Oh, JJ.
Bro, like mimi na rep route yetu bana.
There you have it, man. Yeah. You can chill there kiasi, man. We'll holler at you when we need your help.
Niko na maswali bado.
Sawa, karibu, man.
Ngoja kuzisikia.
What have we been doing this week, man?
See, a cool highlight I had in the week. One of my songs, Where I Wanna Be, produced by Shaman,
Wagwan
was featured on top 10 charts on Indie Rampage Radio.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shout out to Indie Rampage Radio, by the way.
You should thank them, but not
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. See, what else? Also, one of my articles was also published on how to sing on Music Gateway. So if you want to learn how to sing, or if you have an interest in singing, you should check out that article on my profile or social media handles. Yeah.
By the way, Jamana charge, if you want to get classes with him for how to sing, it's 1,500. Otherwise, you read the article. It's for free.
How long is that 1,500 session?
Oh, it's for 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour session. Yeah.
Some of you rappers need this, man.
Your social media tag. Ambia social media tag ni gani, man?
At Mari Gikaru on any social media platform, you'll find me there.
Cool, man. Shaman, man. What you been up to this week, blood?
This week, kama kawaida, unajua mimi ni msawa 9 to 5. I sold out, truth be told, yeah. So this week 9 to 5 imekuwa crazy, nilikuwa Kiambu, nilikuwa Thika, nilikuwa wapi, and then I come back. This artist, Jamaa, I'm trying to work with, and he's telling me how I need to improve my beats. Beats kala chakadema na players. Man, I can't believe it.
She's telling you how to improve on your beats.
Yeah. I need to listen to more.
Wait. Ni msanii. Sasa na msanii, blood.
And tuko 2020 anakuambia anakurudisha 1990.
Tusikize chakadema na players kidogo. But it made sense at the time, eh? But San kamwambia what you're working on is not Shaman, so we are working on his brand. Which he took very well. At least they understand.
Hapo ametetea kiasi.
Sasa alafu he came down, we did like 2 songs. He's basically a Luya rapper. Anatoka ghetto za Kariobangi South. Anambia huko ni masafaration ndio form. Amana kanga the whole day no work, which brings me to the question, yo Juke, wewe mwenyewe umekuwa ukifanya nini kabla tuongelee stories za gava vile wanasafisha?
I've just been doing animation briefing on a cartoon. We're actually trying to set up some kind of cartoon. I'll let you guys know later. It's an animation. We're trying to look for an age group, 8 and below. So yeah, I was told to actually watch Barney and CG Peppa Pig. Yeah. And this was for research. So I figured out, 15 minutes after watching Barney, I realized Barney is a psychopath.
So it's Peppa Pig.
That pink elephant is a psychopath because these kids are kissing his ass every time, everywhere. Even when he walks, oh Barney, you can walk. Thank you. So I watched.
For kids.
Yeah. So I was like, I said this can't work. I X'd it, and then I watched Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is nice. They have like a storyline, once upon a time. And also, I was told even to watch Teletubbies. Teletubbies is awesome. Anybody here can watch Teletubbies if you're high.
But there's something about Teletubbies I don't
Really?
agree.
Yeah.
That cartoon
Yes.
has a way of programming kids with colors.
Exactly.
What?
So me when I was doing my research,
Whoa,
I realized
Hold up,
RGB.
hold up.
RGB, red, green, blue. Alafu kuna yellow.
Yeah.
Yes. So those are the main colors of the character. So whatever I'm going to work on, probably I'll be using the Teletubby color stuff.
What do you mean programming?
Okay, now you know
Kids
it's
with
basics.
colours.
It's basics.
It's
Let's
called
go back.
propaganda for infants.
Yeah.
What?
Wanapenda color.
So it's
But Barney.
when you see Paul, the way Paul speaks,
Paul.
it's very soft, it's very subtle. And the others, they have very peculiar characters, which is exclusively to the colors.
Oh yeah.
Emotions
Associated.
have colors.
The behavior is associated with the
color.
color.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that aside, Maze Hip Hop Garage happened yesterday, blood. It was live on Facebook and Instagram. Hip Hop Garage.
I
You check
missed
it out on social
Yo, how
media.
was it?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
What I can say is Tasha versus what is she called? Lone Wolf. May I told this Madame Veril, that she's the queen right now. Yendi ali mada Tasha last time. I told Veril, man,
I think I
Tasha
saw
might
the
body.
previous.
Tasha. Actually, they're going to come through. By the way, inaitwa advertisement. Yeah. So basically, exactly. Tasha bodied Lone Wolf. It was just brutal. If you do not prepare, you will be bodied so bad, blood. You guys check it out. I don't even have to tell you anything further. Just look at Hip Hop Garage. Hata zitakam. Search for Hip Hop Garage. That's how you gotta look. Just search Hip Hop Garage, Facebook, Insta. If you really want to see that female battle, it's amazing. And then obviously Manjoro was there. Elijah Mose was a no-show. So Passy P just bodied him. And I think it would be dangerous for Elijah Mose to even put himself in the battle, because as time goes by, other battles, this not coming through at a show will be used a lot of times, rebuttals and reference to other rappers. So damn, just check it out. Otherwise,
I've interacted with Manjaro. Like way back, we used to do like poetry gigs. We used to meet up in poetry gigs and other gigs like open mics and whatnot. And he's a good rapper. Like from back in the day, one of the most underrated, I would say, rappers in Kenya. He's good.
Check him out, man. Even then he goes in a battle. He did his thing, but me, I just want you guys to check it out. I don't even want to tell you anything more.
Does those split personality things.
Kwanza this time alikuwa he was in Muindi costume. No, he wasn't. What do Islamos wear on Friday?
Your council.
Yeah, exactly.
That boy is
exactly.
mad.
That guy is crazy, blood.
Kwanza, he had this. He had a personality, like saying like the personality split.
Yeah.
One of his
Nemesis.
characters. One of his, like when he was doing serious flow, it was Nemesis.
What do you mean? He's not
like
doing serious flows?
no. As Manjaro, I think from what I've seen, he does like comic sort of flow.
Yeah.
Which is also an art form. I think many people don't appreciate or don't embrace, but it's a really unique art form. So he kind of does that. Then on this other side, he has Nemesis. I don't know if he still has that.
Yeah, it's still
alter ego.
Nemesis because that was his headline on.
On the web. But that's crazy though.
We should get him to come here and explain how he manages to maintain those people because
Yeah.
maybe I'm struggling to just do I, myself, and I.
I myself and I.
1.5.
And you see like
them three of them.
and you see like a lot of big artists or a few big artists have that kind of thing, like Beyonce with Sasha Fierce, Nicki Minaj with
I mean that's
she has
T.I.
the
with
pink.
T.I.P.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne,
yeah.
Easy F when he turned into a rock star. Lil Wayne has actually done more than 2 personas, if you ask me. Like he recreates himself, but I think the king of personas is Kanye West. Kanye West is the king of personas. Think about every album he's dropped.
The king of
Difference.
personas is MF Doom.
Bruh.
Do you know MF Doom?
Yeah, I know Mafia Doom,
Yes.
bruh. The guy that wears a mask, he wears a mask like this.
Somebody shed the light on that stuff. Who's that?
MF Doom anaitwa Metal Fingers Doom.
Damn.
When he's a beat maker, he's called when he's a rapper, he's Metal Face Doom. MF Doom.
Yeah.
When he's a beat maker, he's Metal Fingers Doom. And then he also has Victor Vaughn, and then he has Vaudeville Villain. So he has like almost 5, and I haven't even mentioned all of them. But he's a New York-based underground rapper. He wears a metal face.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he's amazing.
I think our local artists can borrow couple of leaves from that shit.
Yeah,
Si
for
lazima,
sure.
si lazima ufanye ngoma kila siku unabo. Mistari zako unazirepeat. Of course, there's no new language, but
but
attitude.
spice it up.
Character.
Spice
it up. Maybe LJ will ask LJ a few questions later.
For sure. He seems to have a lot of info on that. I'd like to borrow your
I'm right here.
knowledge.
I'm right here, guys.
So what is this Msambweni issue? Let's go to politics quick and bite on it.
Kwanza,
Political snack.
Mari gets to go first, so I'll give him a little.
You know, I'm not too much into politics, but hey, you know, I don't have anything to say about that. You know why?
Kama unataka kusema unakubali first time round.
Let me explain why. I don't have.
No. We want to talk about politics. Not why Mari does not participate in politics.
Speaking of politics, I had a fun incident on my way here.
Okay, go for it.
So, so I just after I talked to you, Shaman, on the phone, telling you I'm on the way, I go to this M-Pesa place to withdraw. So, and when I'm withdrawing my cash, the guy asks me for my ID as usual. So he takes my ID, then looks at it, looks at me, looks at it again, and he's like, I can't give you the money. I'm like, what? then I'm like, okay, Kwani, the ID doesn't look like me. And he's like, no. Then he reads my full names from the ID. And I'm like, okay, saying that's you? Yeah. And tells me like, hey, unatafutwa Pangani police station. And I'm like, what?
I calls you by the we went to the name of
General China.
Who's that?
General China.
No,
the Kenyan veteran, bro.
This is
why like freedom fighter.
Yeah.
He's a general, bro. General.
Okay, yeah, I'll know my. So anyway, this he tells me like atinatafutwa Pangani police station. I'm like, okay. I ask him for what, and he's like, no. Let me even make a phone call right now. Just stay right there. And I'm thinking like in my head. It's just 500. And what's going through my head? I'm thinking at that time like, yo, I need to call Verbal and Shaman, tell them, hey man,
You just knew
the cops
directly.
got me.
Yeah, Serikali was on our case. Serikali, they know we do our podcast.
Wakili Junior, come bail me
The
out.
second weekend in a row.
For sure.
So right now, my head is just spinning, and crazy thoughts in my head. Then it's like, yo, it's a prank. Like, wait, what? It's a prank.
Why would that nigga be pranking you like that?
I don't even.
I'll be so mad,
but
man.
now,
This
know,
nigga looks like
I
he's
was
with
relieved
this dread.
because
I would not be happy.
Very easy.
in my head I was already
I'll
thinking
slap
like.
that nigga. What?
In my head, I was already thinking how, like, I'm going to be in there being interrogated for something I didn't even do.
You thrive in this shit.
And funny thing, now I even, after I said that, I noticed, like, he looks like one of these TV guys.
Under thingy.
Yeah, I don't know from which.
Undercover, whatever.
Yeah. I was like, you
Maybe
guys
walikuwa
got me.
wanafanya hizi za
That
Yeah.
was awful shit, bro.
kwanza kufanya Nairobi maze, it's no joke. You
They
get,
did
get your face marked, blood.
Most of them I did
Yeah.
enjoy them because I'd seen them before somewhere.
They can do them in malls,
Yeah.
but outside
You know.
their blood.
Funny thing, I've always wanted to be caught by them, but no. Hey, that's the
So
experience,
ukisema
man.
tuorganize.
Noted, duly noted.
Sasa nifanya now say, also rest in peace. Sasa tunajua now say.
Yeah.
But Ras was very well connected.
Oh man, she
So
was.
ungetaka
Yeah.
kunaswa, unasema tunaorganize na dafa. Kwanza yao na gange kwa sana. Ungetengeneza show, ungeuza show.
Get go highlight of that shoe. Highlights.
No, now that I've gone through it, I do not want. So now, long story short, that's why I'm not into politics.
No. Okay. Now that's not even a punchline. That's got to be a punchline. Sasa, let's talk about Msambweni. Yeah, let's talk about Msambweni.
Yeah.
blood.
Jubilee did not field a candidate.
Okay.
So ODM gets a free pass. And I'm thinking, yo, we need to take care of such shit. Why? Yeah, it's supposed to be a democracy, People need to participate. Why are you depriving people of their right to participate? Yeah?
Okay.
Ati organize jikoni kwa boardroom, so we will not feel this guy gets a free pass. So that the other way, uko Kibera, the other guys get a free pass. Yo.
Yeah.
So what the reason for Jubilee not having a candidate, was it also done in-house to try and deviate, to try to...
The worst part is that they don't disclose why they can't field. All they have to do is give a reason. You can pluck a reason from the sky, right? Yeah. Why are you feeling like this today? Why? Yeah. You don't know. Maybe because you're drinking something on your cup. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you think tomorrow you'll make some money. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it could be anything. But politically speaking, I'm thinking, this is something serious. Guys need to make a decision that will affect their lives. So wale wase wakicollude, it's like divorce. Thank you, I said collude. Divorce in Kenya, legally, you cannot agree, you and your husband, to divorce. You know that?
Yeah,
There's no way. You can't.
You can't agree.
You can't.
It can't be a deal.
It can't be a deal.
One person has to be against the other person in court.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Why? Amicus, that's the knowledge on your bro.
Yeah. Now you have to go through a specific application for it to be under 3 years. If you've been married for under 3 years, you can't divorce. You can't just go to the court and divorce.
You don't have enough experience to divorce.
There's no reason.
Cover ground.
But also the same thing when it comes to politics.
Yeah.
Why
The same kind of laws up.
Why are politicians allowed to come into agreements that we are not fielding anyone, and the government pays political parties like a salary? They are given allowances. Nigga, you pay taxes. These niggas are paid to be in a political party.
Party, not like a government role.
No.
Being in a political
Being
party.
in a political party, having a political party, you get paid by the government.
What?
You
That's
get paid.
crazy. I remember in uni interacting with what is it called, Sonu.
Yeah.
For the comrades in the house, Sonu. So I know that the guys in the leadership roles used to get paid for being there in the different parties and whatnot. So you're saying it's the same kind of
It's the same kind of
structure
arrangement.
Oh,
it's just transferred downward.
I didn't know.
So that if these guys are not fielding anyone,
Yeah.
what has happened? If you're a member of a political party and you're not fielding somebody, yo, what
As in,
happened?
that means you've given the seat out.
Yeah, who's sleeping
Yeah.
on the job?
As in, straight up.
Literally, they've given out the seat.
Yeah.
Because they've agreed in a boardroom and now they're just playing it out in the public.
Okay, so does that mean money for that seat has been squandered or something?
Not really, if you think about it. It's
What
like,
could he be in fighting on the top guys?
no,
You know, it could be anything.
It's more. It could be. That is not the point. Guys are
okay.
missing out on the point. The
Guide
point
us,
is.
guide
The point
us.
is. The
Yeah.
point is this. People deserve to participate in democratic processes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
You cannot withhold a democratic process because of agreements within the top parties.
Yeah.
For example, if we go to elections and then Jubilee says they're not fielding, or DM says they're not fielding, so that the only person who is there
Kanu.
is Kanu, and so who gets the
Chama cha
presidency?
Mapinduzi.
Who gets the presidency?
Yeah.
You get the point.
I see what you
Yeah.
mean.
It doesn't change. It's the same thing downward.
Yeah.
It applies the same way downward. So we are here at a by-election and there's no other party other than this guy. So this guy gets a free pass. He could be a thug, he could be a murderer,
Could be anyone.
anything.
It could be.
Yeah.
But he still gets the seat.
My issue is, you know, okay. Oh, there's this stuff of also they're going to dissolve the parliament by 12th October if those guys don't do their work.
Yeah, that's a long shot. I think
This is an easy bill. This is an easy bill. It's just about gender.
No,
gender
it's not an easy
balance in the
Juk, you need to calm down on that.
Nah,
bro.
it is an easy thing. Parliament
not.
have always been playing with the taxpayers' money, the MPs.
Of course, because for us we sleep on our rights.
Yeah.
You know, if you sleep on your right, the guy who knows about it will not do shit about it. You see, they'll take advantage of people and just go with it. Here's why I say it's not a right thing. All right? The third gender rule, for example, we say it's by law that everyone needs to be here by 3 o'clock. Between me, you, and Mari. Do you think you can make it by 3?
Nah, but
You
if we're
can't,
if we're talking about time, see, they still have a deadline paka in October.
Yeah, it's not about the deadline. The thing is about getting it done and the practicability of it being done.
So what is the issue with the
Third
the
gender rule is
issue?
provided by the Constitution. If it's not there, the parliament needs to be dissolved. It's not. You don't need to interpret it in any other way. It's either
As in,
black.
it was that simple
It is that
when they
simple.
made the constitution.
Yeah.
When they reviewed it, amended it, and fixed it. This is exactly what they wanted to happen at some point.
So that if you don't do it, the parliament is not well constituted. You get? We need to be 3 here. If you're not 3, we don't have quorum.
And that makes sense.
Okay.
And on another note, I think that's why this BBI agenda is being pushed so much. They're trying to cook some things in there, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But
This nigga wants us to run around my Subaru.
and CID and anuko mlango.
And already we've discussed how some of us have been harassed.
Thanks to Wakili Junior.
Yes. So anyway, musically speaking, inspiration from East Africa. Me as Jukmeister, I'm still known as Jukmeister. Verbal Vayne, when I was in UG, I had so many names. I actually started with Dimitri because I liked Russia stuff. I liked even vodka from Russia. So that was my first rap name. Dimitri.
Oh, that's crazy.
But you know, you get inspiration from a lot of guys. When I was in UG, I used to get inspiration from the artists who are actually there.
Yeah,
the guys
by
who are
the-
light kabisa, clear cuts.
You know, funny thing, I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes,
like,
yes.
For example, Juke Meister.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
Juke Meister was after, I think, around Form 3.
Yeah.
So Juke was like a jukebox.
Yeah.
Meister was like a
Meister,
wizard, you know, guys who operate stuff. So
yeah.
the operator of the music or something like that. That's the
Oh,
closest you can get to Juke Meister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Speaking of this kind of information, how far are we with the outro band?
Yeah, it's coming through. Kwa sababu najua saa October is the month of animation. We have like 3 animations.
Seasons.
Yeah, back to back parallel zinafuatana. That is
tuned in,
Contraband, and then the other animation for Mnet.
October is when we normally have the Comic Con. Is it?
Yeah, even guys
are
of
waiting for Mnet
Tsunami Studio.
Maze,
We still have to do a pilot. But the Ultra Band ndio ma concepts zinaanza ku come through. Kuna vile hiyo artwork it's supposed to come through. Like the way the characters look like in their universe and stuff. Anyway,
make sure you give Shaman dreadlocks, bro. I can't have dreadlocks.
Nothing. Nigga, grow your dreads first, man.
Some of my first inspirations were guys like Clear Cuts, Akina Navio. If you guys remember guys like Clear Cuts, that's where, Juke sana na roga kwangoso sana. But it also dates back to also my primary. I was very good at writing compositions. I was not good at writing insha. It was a different universe.
We've been together for almost 15 years.
Yeah.
But I've never asked you, yo, nigga, what the fuck did you get your accent from? Because
hakuna accent. Unajua Nakuru pia, Nakuru kuna vile watu wanaishi. There's some guys who live in the hills. So their neighbors are Indians, white people. So sometimes on the weekend the only people you have to go and see are Indians and white people. So you have to kind of twist, bullshit.
From me, it's
my friend, there's levels to this.
But you see, so ukienda Uganda alafu unasikia second Navio lyrical G unasema maze. You really go into that hip hop thing. You want to actually sound like them and stuff like that. You guys can also share who are your inspirations in East Africa.
Funny thing with when you brought up the accent thing.
Yeah.
Do you know, Shaman, you have an accent when you talk?
From where?
That's a very good question.
From where? I don't
now,
have an accent.
I think I've interacted with guys and, I think the UG element and the environment we were in sort of, we interacted with a lot of cultures in there, and it cultivated it more or less cultivated our sound. So, like, for example, when I hear Juke rhyming and stuff, it's you can hear the inspiration, but it's also, there's a unique element to it that you can't exactly place. And I think I attribute it to intermixing of different cultures, like interacting with several cultures and getting that from
Chaini ketepa, tunakula ketepa, chaini ketepa.
Is that a placement?
Pull up. Who are your East African inspirations at that time? Around maybe 2003 to maybe around 2000.
As I told you, marry a lot, you can step aside and go. It's okay. Buffering. It's okay.
So you can go first. Yeah.
The first time I ever sang to the public. Actually, kwambia talent saa zingine wengine to the force. Not like we had it. So, assembly, I remember this the way you go to high school assemblies and whatnot. You're supposed to present. I was like, yo, but I love Nazizi so much. Nazizi used to do it for me,
Yeah.
Bless my room when whatever that shit meant. I was with it. Like, I was soul.
What?
Yo.
You're singing that?
I could sing that shit back to back.
Yo, do you know?
Bless your room, bro.
Kantai was around.
Yeah, man.
Isa was still alive.
Isa was alive, man. He was.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
When he was
wakipata
a bomber train.
Huko nyuma kale kadudu kakipita pita. Man, those graphics are work though.
That shit was hot for the time, bro. I was way younger than you guys, but I remember watching it being like, sorry,
The song was awesome. The graphics are work.
I mean, bro,
let's just call it for what it is, bro.
Okay, we're going to call it what it is. We're looking at Kenyan music, East African music as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I mean, those are Kenyan artists we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
The first time in, I think, 10 years I've heard people talk about Kenyan music is going places. Because I think 2019 when Gengeton was at the top. That was last year or last year, but what?
Gengeton is also in a bubble because you must understand there is UG in Tanzania. Those niggas are not feeling that shit. We can convince ourselves as much as we want to.
Yeah. We can all agree right now. Or disagree.
Yeah.
Gengeton is on a downward spiral.
For real.
Paka ni mwana wasanii siku hizi amaza kugenerate content different. They're acting short skits now. They're doing more of short skit than music.
Yeah, I've seen like is it
it's
this
kind of like a
Don't
face.
say names. Don't say
okay, yeah.
Bro, nataka tufoto na CID super bwana.
I remember like now that LJ is here, I remember telling him like, yo, bro, the shit we're doing is ahead of its time. It doesn't matter how late we do it. We just need to let's get our cash right. Let's just get our shit straight. If we're doing it, we do it once and for all because there's no time. As long as we are at it, time itakam tu tutadu.
Just have to back it.
Let's just back it up with the money. We just need to get the money right, you know.
Yeah.
Because hakuna haja kufanya ngoma moja, alafu you go back like, you had a budget of 20 Gs. 20 Gs imeisha. Now that's like, we need to get more money, so everybody back to the hustle. Then forget about the music for meantime.
That don't make no sense, bro.
Yeah.
That's how the Gengeton guys came. True or false?
I mean,
yeah, in a way.
I don't think that's exactly true because, I mean, shout out to some people from the Gengeton culture, Langata or 1515, Najijua. I mean, I know those people. I mean, I used to buy what they were selling from like before I had their first Gengeton song. And I believe that they're the founders of Gengeton, you know? So people have been on the grind, but I feel like Gengeton as a genre itself, it came with so much hype and less in a story. Hakuna content. Like no one can tell you, I went through this, that's why I'm saying. No man, everything they tell you they went through about ni nilikuwa maji, nilikuwa kwa club, nilikuwa now damn bro. There's no stories there, man. So I feel like that's what's really beating Gengeton. Because I mean those people have money, bro. Those people are the ones shooting music videos for other people.
The issue is not about the money. When it comes to Gengeton, the topic changes completely. Us, we're not doing Gengeton. That's why I said, for us, we need to get the money right. You see, if we had the money right, then our content will not be a problem because we have dope content. Because our competition is not really Gengeton. We're not competing with Gengeton.
Facts.
So if we had the money the same way they have the money, we would be doing different things. Because believe it or not, bro, Gengeton is dope. The problem is it's over flooded. That's the problem. If everybody's doing Gengeton, then what the fuck you gonna do?
That makes much sense.
What the fuck you gonna do?
That makes much sense.
Because my issue with Gengeton is its outreach. I don't think it can get all over East Africa. So me usually look at, I don't look only as doing music for Kenya. I try to do like music for the whole East African country. I don't know why, but when you're in UG, you kind of have a feeling like Kenya is not Kenya can't just be on an island alone. You know, when you go to other countries, you listen, you see different stuff. You're like, wow,
crazy.
You're told, do you know there's something called Gengeton? Yeah, that's Kenyan. Sure, I'm pretty sure even there's some local Ugandan stuff. Guys like wanaitwa nini, this Baboon family. I think they're called Baboon family. They do maybe some there are some dope ass crew of Ugandan rappers over there. I think Akina Butcher Man or guys like that.
You remember when we were in Uganda that time in high school? We still maintained those roots back to high school. And Butcherman. Remember Butcherman used to come and we used to cut and raise for like Akina Butcherman. They've grown up. Kasahi, they're the ones when Akina Chameleon, they're stepping off the scene. And just catching up families, they have different responsibilities and shit. Now those younger guys are coming up. People think, kuna msanii mpya sahi Uganda anaitwa Butcherman. Hell no!
He's been on the grind, bro.
From high school days. And the good thing about them is that they embrace their own culture. They've invested in their culture for so long, they've been consistent. So I have no problem with Gengeton, for example. Gengeton is just a name, bro. It's just a name.
It's still hip hop kwa sababu what
yeah.
is this new blend of rap wanataka kuingiza?
No.
Is this called shrip?
No.
There's something called shrip or trip.
Nah, that's rap. That's shout out to the guys, Kina Butros, Mario, Wagwan.
Kuna
There's a
nyingine
new one
sasa.
now.
I think it's called shrill.
Shrill.
Yeah.
I mean, now that's just disaster. I mean, I know drill, man. I was telling someone last year, drill will be one of the hottest genres of
And you know
music.
shrap.
And true to it, this year it's blowing up. But honestly, mimi nasikizwa ngoma siku hizi napatwa na stress. Juma rapper wanna guess, bro. I mean, yo.
That's a rhyme.
Yo, bro. Facts.
By the way, if you're wondering why LJ is here today, we're here to talk about some serious business. Tuko Wakili Junior ndani, tuko na Delios ndani, tuko na Maritan ndani, Shaman Wagwan ndani. LJ is coming through, y'all.
LJ, sign that in.
Promote independent artists. So probably we'll be signing like some settlement somewhere. Tukiongelea stories of division of the profits and income and whatnot. But usikubali kusainiwa.
Kweli. And musically speaking, ukisainiwa uanze kuchezewa, sema bana, ongea.
Like Kanye.
Bana, ndo akili hapa.
07. Sorry. The moment subscriber is not available.
Nyiwa sehemu koshe ni chai.
Yo, but now interesting thing, you guys have brought up about Gengeton, and I think part of where there's a gap in the industry, I think it's because Gengeton, people don't acknowledge where Gengeton stemmed from.
Yeah, man, it has to
And
be
Gengeton.
closer to the mic, bro.
Oh, you can't hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so Gengeton, if we're to look at Gengeton in a strict sense, it is Kenyan rap placed on a South American beat, right? Reggaeton.
Yeah.
Or even there's a newer version of South American, but it's in that line.
It is reggaeton.
Yeah. So the same way, the Kenyan artists don't seem to acknowledge where that came from. And I think that if you don't acknowledge where your inspiration comes from, then it's hard to build to a greater platform. For example, remember when you were in UG, dance hall was like, was a thing.
And 3.
Yeah, I remember Blue 3. Yeah, they even came to perform in London College.
I remember
at
even
some
that
point.
time Lyrical G came.
What year was this?
Yeah.
What year was this?
2006.
From 203
Back.
208.
I think around that
Yeah.
time also, I think TOK came to Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was in primary. They came to my school. I was in Saints.
Yeah.
Once a Saint, always a Saint. TOK. Yeah, that's always hot.
See, at that time even bongo artists walikuwa wana hit sana. We even had Raisi was actually in our school. She's the one who sang in that song called Mitungi Mikasi.
Wait, that was Racy?
She was there. Her DJ was there. Us were just small young kids, but we always kept on running to their room to see what are these guys doing, because these are guys who are on telly and we're in school with them. Sometimes Racy would ask for like is it a pass to go to town to perform, that kind of stuff.
Man, they were getting the passes. Hey, shout out to your school. Shout out to your school.
National school, what are you talking
Hey, niggas talking about Uganda, by the way. Mimi nimesomea huku tu.
Tulikaa Kenya tukaenda show ya TMK wanaume hapa hizi crowns hapa.
Pa Carnival.
Those crowns.
Yeah.
Uhuru Gardens, yes,
Uhuru Gardens, man, yeah.
Man, it was the worst show I have ever got. The sound was awesome. The performance was killer. But kuna maboy walikuwa na regulate mababi. Maana tulikuwa ni mkula. We ran all the way to town on foot. What? I ran from Langata to town on foot.
What the hell?
No kidding.
Niggas wanted
Man, they're trying to get you, bro.
Hey,
What?
I wish you were living in Dama that time.
Bro. Just across the road.
Across the road.
Wait.
So, again, which brings me to the big question here. We're talking about the growth of the industry in East Africa.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been to shows in UG and Kenya. I've never been to Tanzania. Probably I shouldn't say.
What?
Hey, Tatayo.
Hey, truth be told, tulikuwa hiyo 1997 tulikuwa TZ, sisi ndio tulikuwa tunauza tuna supply kwa mashops. That's a story for another day. So these events, when you look at events, the Kenyan events, the Ugandan events, very different. Kenyans don't like if you tell someone
I'm
to
pretty
pay
sure in Kenya they prepare
1,500 to come to an LJ show, they would really not prepare that, you know. But Ugandans, tell them there's a show, don't even name the artist, man. Tell them the entrance fees, 10 G's. Niggas be there.
They cry.
They just be there high as fuck.
real.
With cars, nice looking cars, you know.
As in, they pull up.
They pull up.
They come because it's an event happening.
It's an event.
I mean, I feel like Kenyans are really skeptical about experiencing new things.
Yeah.
People prefer paying for something, knowing what they are going for. I mean, I've been to an event at one of these clubs up where Nakumat Mega is. What are they called? I think it's Alpha Lounge. It was a hip hop event organized by homeboys, by the way.
Yeah.
So people are trying to get their sets going, giving the DJs their tracks. Then the club is filling up. So I think the arrangement was between homeboys and the club to use the space. At some point, some people sitting in the VIP, some old guys just start shouting, "Wey Muende, play Gengeton, play Diamond." We're like, yo, this is a hip hop event. These are local artists. These are underground artists trying to put themselves out here in the club. They're here to entertain you. But you're here screaming to the DJ to play. I don't know.
I think maybe also you're also addressing the issue of hip hop being addressed only as one genre, because in a place like UG, if they're having a concert, they'll have like various types of genres. They'll have the ragamuffins, obviously. They'll have the reggae guys, and also they'll have the rappers. Maybe the issue is in like those distinct genres. Like if this is hip hop, is hip hop. And also so when ulikuwa na wika wako jua there's a show ama manager wako anajua
walikuwa na bro hadi hapo kulikuwa na entrance. The ujue ilikuwa serious like there was posters, bro. There was even those boards you take photos with, like when as in you coming to that club on that particular day, you know something is going down, bro. You know that there's an agenda here. But me just seeing old people trying to then man, they're like, you're much older, bro. You could be my mama, bro. Chill. Chill. You know, go home, take care of your kids, man. You know, hey, get a heart attack.
So when he's talking, you need to put him in context. Some old people, I knew that they could not be so old.
Those guys were old, bro.
And I think part of what the issue you're discussing, I think if we're to try to dig out some of the roots of the causalities, so to speak.
Let's look at the culture of performances.
Yeah.
Okay. There are some places like in UG performances, you are bred at a young age to perform.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure even in Kenya there are aspects of it, maybe in international schools, maybe but
Yeah, I think there's for example the music fest. That obviously is a platform for growing the culture of performances and whatnot. But I think one aspect I noticed comparing UG and Kenya, at least where I've interacted with the industries at that level, is, for example, in Kenya, the kind of performances that are encouraged are in one line. For example, if you look at plays in the Kenyan Music Fest and stuff, it's more someone shouting and not really bringing out a character. Like there's being vocal, and of course you have to be heard by the audience, but there's a difference between shouting and bringing out a character. Which I noticed in so many plays and so many, and if there's no one to point that out, then that shows a weakness in our industry. And I think it also goes the same for music performances. Of course, as an artist, before you get to, you have to grow in your performance, and it's a learning curve. You don't just wake up one day and you're good at it. But there's some basic...
Some people do wake up and they're good at it.
They're good at it, but they have to improve on it over the years.
Hard work beats
and
talent.
and that's where you become a professional.
Hard work
It's not because of waking up; it's because of how you've,
practice,
train,
prepared.
So if there's those weaknesses in our system in bringing up the performance culture, then I think it will reflect in other areas. For example, the guys you were talking about, the audience, and they're booing their artists, maybe because they don't appreciate art form as much as they should. They've grown up in a system that doesn't appreciate
a different setting, a different time.
Yeah, and doesn't appreciate the details that go into art. So when they hear a performance, they don't really appreciate how much work or how much effort goes into that.
Let me hold you right there.
Yeah.
If I may, please.
All right, sure.
I fault our artists. I fault our culture. I fault our promoters. I fault the guys before us. I fault so much that I could fault myself as well. Because we've done shows, we've done events.
Yeah.
But the kind of putting together you're talking about sucks most of the time. Because you can't come. We are like the way we are here. We are 4 people. We've done a song of 4 people, right? We go on stage, we have 1 microphone.
Don't make no sense.
Why the fuck would other niggas be dancing on stage waiting for their turn on the microphone? If you've got a hook, nobody knows who's supposed to sing the hook. So they see one performance, they see the next one. The third one, they want you off the stage. What the fuck you doing, man? Get off. Play Diamond. I
mean, it's everyone's fault.
Yeah, it's everyone's fault.
I mean, that's
we need at least, if you're going to put together an event, people should take time. I think for us perhaps, I feel like we are in a position where we should tell other people, because we've been here, we've done it before, even in as young as in school, we were being trained. Like unajua, next week una perform. In wiki yote you have 2 hours, unatoka Daro, hata mwalimu anajua.
Unaingia mic check.
Rehearsals,
unajua vile set inaenda, mnabonga na DJ, instrumentalists.
You can testify. There are times we used to fake, like the microphones are not working. So that we can just have like a break in between the performances, and then it would look like they're so busy, and then when you come back it's better.
The vibe is lively.
We used to do it.
Interesting.
Most of the time, we never had enough content for like the whole time.
You've been given, let's say, like 30 minutes.
Sometimes
you have to feel it.
Timbukwe, because Timbukwe was not giving us enough time to rehearse. Maybe he did not realize that. We told him, Timbukwe, we need to rehearse this stuff, because Kesho, if stuff goes wrong.
But Chichibuga was the band master, bro.
Exactly.
You're pulling out the big names, bro. Hey, international.
He was an audijo.
Damn, guys.
But a school band called Acid House was given authority by him to manage. At times, he would let us, after maybe 8, 7, tunatoka class, we have to go and rehearse.
So if you put the same kind of input back to the industry, now that we're in the main industry, you find like, okay, we have an event next week. Niggas meet up every day 2 hours. We can easily point out the flaws or the empties in the set, and we are able to fill it up. So we entertain the people, because it's not just a matter of play the song, DJ number 2.
Ati sasa umefika.
Yo, rusha mikono.
Atujui ka uko tei, atujui vya 40% or 80%.
Wasanii pia wanafaa wa interact na more refined stuff. Unajua kama unakunywa tei, kunywa tei poa, usikunywe tei mbaya inakufanya
inakukunywa hata
kama una pop vitu, you should understand your drugs. In short, you understand your drugs. Watu waelewe drugs zao. Kama unafanya drugs kama Juke, unafaa uelewe drugs zako. Juke understands his doses. You can offer him something and he's like, no, I'm good, but he still uses it.
Yeah, blood. Jua dosage yako, man. Don't just run around picking up anything, man.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying is true. I think there's also a few of the things like that need to be embraced in the culture is like the seriousness of things like rehearsals. It should not be a norm for an artist to just go on stage and perform with no rehearsal. There's things like even being directed, crafting what is it called? Choreographing the performance. And choreography may not just necessarily mean dancing. It is crafting details about the performance that will keep the listeners or the audience engaged, because it's not just about your flow or your singing. It's all about your stage presence.
And even when it comes to hip hop, I know guys will think like hip hop does not need choreography. Check out Tech9. Check out a guy called Tech9.
Tech9, yeah.
And see how he actually does his stuff on stage. And then also you can check out on what he does off stage. There's a lot of preparation that goes to that. It's not just walking around and saying those nice punch words. You have to kind of try it. I'm not saying you dance. You have to kind of have... You
have to have a groove. You have to have a groove.
Yeah.
And also a kind of like a gesture, These things take a lot of time to think about.
I mean, it's things you grow into, I believe.
Yeah,
like
true.
You just,
very true.
I mean, you could wake up talented, but you're not going to be the best.
Yeah.
There's no way you wake up the best. You have to practice, you have to work your way to the top.
I also think a lot of these things also need to be taught, because a lot of artists don't know. Like, for example, what made MJ the biggest entertainer of the 21st century? If you watched his performance, at no point would there be lag time. That you would be engaged in throughout the performance. And, a lot of those artists grew up being taught these things at one point or the other. So it's also on our... I don't know if we should say education system or our culture. These things need to be introduced in such a way that the newer generation learns all about the industry and the professionalism.
More extracurricular activities
in schools.
Books, because now looking at the situation, the kids haven't been in school for like 4 months, and they are probably going back on October. Imagine like those 4 months watuka like in UG, you'd be there practicing for things like for weeks on end without even seeing a class.
He said something about schools that I think is something we need to talk about. Now we introduce new instructions, new rules, new things. Some private schools, I have a friend who just texted me and said, job imeisha kwa sababu gava ilipeana very strict rules that the school cannot implement, so they're closing the school.
So a lot of private schools are going down.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense, because in my opinion, I went to a public school in high school, and I know for a fact any private school I ever visited had way better facilities, way more space than any school that I visited that was a public school. So I don't understand how they feel like they've changed anything. I mean, I was talking to my sister, she's in high school. She's in a private school, and she has to become a day scholar. And she was with a bunch of friends of hers who are in public schools. Talking about these people want to get us back in class, saying that we'll keep the distance and the regulations. But even before that, the classes were overflowing.
The standards of quality for those government or
think about it.
schools.
So right now, if they're saying they're going to keep that 1.5, that means some people are going to sit outside. That's a fact. Number two, being in class is one thing. Where are these people going to sleep? If you're going to enter a dormitory and every room has an excess number of double-deckers, talking about you're going to cut the double-deckers, where are you going to put them?
These are national.
We don't understand. These are national schools. These are not the district schools. The PTA. Nah.
Kwani, what kind of regulations have they set for the new opening?
You see, the keeping distance. That's one of them. The kind of maintenance children have to undergo. You see, if you're going to maintain distance, it would be pretentious to have 1.5 in class and 0.5 in the dorm. and then one in the dining room.
It's not practical. It's not practical to keep us in an enclosed space and tell us to stay away from one another. It doesn't make sense.
And you know, for kids, it's impossible.
Bana. They're kids.
Which brings me back to the same thing, Juke. Last time I was laughing at you. You were arrested.
Let's laugh again
for not wearing a mask.
Yes.
And I asked you, how legal is that shit? Bro, how legal is that shit? How are you expected to wear a mask? Someone should come out and tell you, look, in TZD, people are not wearing masks. It's why they're dying. It's why people are dying there. So bad.
Bana, why are you going to be beaten?
Sasa hapa tunachapa.
Bana unapigwa ati uvae mask. Kwani why is the nation being run like a high school? That's how I feel every time I think about it.
Was it recently they showed a picture of in Tanzania a stadium full of Tanzanians. So all of a sudden huku unasikia okay, our president is also opening our Nyayo stadium.
Our curve is flattening.
Yes.
It was around that time.
It's ridiculous. But that's why I keep saying people need to wake up. People need to ask the right questions. People need to have a little bit more honest conversations.
People need to do a little more research on their own. Consult, talk it out. Don't be emotional, be logical.
Everything is there. With a little bit of effort, you can get whatever you're looking for online. Google be your friend. But squeezy by then nimecheki Google ina edit vitu. Sio kama umeona.
By the way, today is Google's birthday.
It is.
Hail to the almighty search engine.
But I don't think Google is the most. I don't think Google is the most effective search engine out there.
Of course, but it is the almighty.
It is the most used.
Ideally,
most
it is.
used.
They've done a great job. They've learned from Coca-Cola. Now they hold the monopoly when it comes to search engines. But they wali ridicule Yahoo. Sasa hata ukijulikana uko na email ya Yahoo,
makes sense.
Aibu.
Makes sense. And we don't know why we hate we don't know why we hate Yahoo. We just don't like.
And it was the first email.
You open your laptop and it opens Yahoo. You're like, hey, Yahoo, Google.
You search for Google on
Yahoo. I mean,
you only need Internet Explorer to download.
I mean, I actually read somewhere for a fact that the most searched thing on Yahoo is Google. Think about it, it makes sense.
And who's the Google chick? What is she called? Is she Siri or Alexa?
Alexa.
It's Alexa who is the Google chick.
Alexa is I think
Amazon.
Yeah. Hello Google. I think Google is Google.
Oh, Google is Google.
Google is just Google. But I think let me just put a little bit of fun facts out there. There is things like dark web. Dark web is very safe, by the way.
Tor browsers. Bro, are you sure?
It's very safe. You know, it depends.
Is that why I have to get a VPN, a firewall? Is that why?
Here's the thing.
You need VPN if you
those things. I think we learned them through Google, which again we've agreed Google is
Google. Thank you.
Yeah. So now, if you look at what they say about dark web and you do your own research, you'll find out that dark web is open source. And if you are a believer of open source, if you've done your research on open source, you understand that open source is the most secure way of going about it if you have nothing to hide. But ideally, we are looking for freedom. All of us are
looking for privacy and freedom.
So, and with Google, you can't get it. They tell you that it's secure, but who is securing this shit for you?
You know, funny thing, you mentioned the Torah dark web and privacy. And an interesting thing with what you said about the security measures for privacy with the dark web, you have more security on your private stuff.
Yeah, it's very true.
Like the VPN protects your location, which Google automatically
gives away.
That's awesome.
So you see, when you look at it,
smart.
When you are conscious about it, then dark web is the way to go, my man. There's Yandex, the Russian search engine. Guys should explore a little bit about that.
I know DuckDuckGo.
There you go.
How you store? Store any better?
So as a music store.
If the reasons why these guys are making Google that effective is because they're doing a very good marketing campaign. And if you search something on Yandex, Google, and DuckDuckGo, you'll get different results. Similar but very different.
Big facts.
Big
facts.
So there you have it, Gatekeepers Musically Speaking Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5. Leo, we're actually talking about what inspires us as East African musicians. And also we had a feature over here from our man over here, JJ. That was awesome. Any last words, guys?
We were supposed to ask JJ a couple of questions, but I don't know. Maybe we should save it for the intro for the next pod.
Yes.
Tubaki hapa na edge tukufa kuongea beats.
No pressure.
For kuongea beats alafu tutawapatia updates on the next episode 6th.
Yeah.
The way you could say it.
So time is running out. That's Verbal Vayne in the vicinity. Mary in the moment. Shaman in the sector. JJ as a host or a guest. Yes. Booyaka. Anything else? Subscribe. You know how it's gonna go down on that. Do your thing. Me, I'm just going to yap until time runs out.
Today you have a very interesting t-shirt on. Is it the t-shirt or the graphic?
And on a side note, Juke is still wearing his mask. Kina manisha your lesson ili stick.
You guy.
The trauma.
It is
Trauma.
You should listen to a podcast the previous one.
So
there you have it. GKMSP. Bruh.